This morning we are going to discuss two miracles having to do with wine. The very first miracle is about Jesus. And somehow it's missing. This is another aspect of the miracle. Does anyone have an idea what happened to two pitchers? How interesting. Well, this is another manifestation of life and the presence of God. We will do otherwise. We are going to imagine that we have... I'm stunned. Let me catch up with myself here. Carmen, would you come up and stand right here, please? Carmen is holding a pitcher of water. It is clear, transparent water. Would you step back just a little bit? Would you come up?
You want me to get a pitcher of water?
I want you to hold a pitcher of wine. It's actually grape juice. And were these still here, our children would be doing this. But we're all going to learn how to make things just like Jesus did. Because Jesus didn't have this when he did it. Oh, thank you. That's so kind. Okay, can she hold the water? And is it possible, or could we use that or not?
Oh, yes,
okay, thank you. Jesus was an improviser. So what happened when Jesus turned water into wine? He was at a wedding, and there's two very important lessons here. But the first lesson is the actual miracle of how he turned wine into water. Would you please pour a little bit of wine into that water? See what happens. What happens? Okay, and a little bit more. What's happening to this? Yeah, it's diffusing. Can you add a little bit more? And we won't take it all. Thank you so much. This is what happened when Jesus turned water into wine. However, he didn't have this to do it. He had to do it just like this. Naima, would you read the scripture, please? Would you come up here?
Water into wine. This is the first of his miraculous signs Jesus performed at Cana in Galilee. He thus revealed his glory, and his disciples put their faith in him.
Much, Naima. Thank you so much. Thank you. The important part about that lesson is that he did turn water into wine, but the reason that he did was because his mother told him to. Remember, Jesus was at the wedding. He was with his disciples. He had not started performing miracles yet. He did not feel that he was ready to. His mom said, "There's a problem here at the wedding. There isn't any more wine. Do something." She knew he could do it. He said, "I haven't started my work yet. I'm not ready." And you know what his mom said to the servants? "Do what he says. Go get the water." She overrode him, and she pushed him into doing what he was there to do. She pushed him into becoming himself. So whenever your mom thinks you can do something and you think your mom is probably right, and follow. The second miracle of wine this morning is communion. And what is the grape juice made of?
Grapes.
Grapes. What are grapes made out of?
Seeds.
Seeds, good. What else?
Juice.
Juice, yes.
Maybe a bit of water.
A bit of water, that's right. And God's miracle. God's miracle is that he gave us water on day 2 and day 3. That is God's biggest miracle, and the miracle of today is that water is the basis of our communion because it's wine. Go downstairs and do some watercolor about the story of Jesus turning water into wine. When we come to communion, I want you to think about how God's love is represented in the water and the juice of communion, and I want you to feel God's love pouring all over you this morning. Thank you so much.